Merry Christmas and good afternoon. We're live here today. I'm Alex Kelly and I'll be your host for this afternoon on Time Tunnel TV, the Christmas special. Today we'll have performances of the great Christmas classics and our star guest is the most famous bearded man in the world, and I'm obviously not talking about me. We'll be finding out what makes him tick, where he is from and how he came to be the father of Christmas. He'll be joining us later on in the show, probably down the chimney. Better lay out the mince pies and tea and carrots for the reindeer. Finally, to kick us off and get us all in the holiday spirit, a performance from Toby Gordon with his cover of Wonderwall.
It's late in the evening. She's wondering what clothes to wear. She puts on her makeup and brushes her long blonde hair. And then when she asks me, do I look alright? And I say yes, you look wonderful tonight. Go to a party and everyone turns to see this beautiful lady walking around with me. And then when she asks me, do I feel alright? I say yes, I feel wonderful tonight. I feel wonderful because I see the love lighting in your eyes. And the wonder of it all is that you just don't realize how much I love you.
Hope you all enjoyed that. To carry on the show, we'll be having a news report shortly, but first let's talk about the true meaning of Christmas. It's about kindness to your neighbours and giving gifts. So we'll be giving you a hell of a show for you this afternoon. Here with the news is Jamie Doherty.
Okay. This is Time Tunnel News, bringing you the best from history. Good afternoon, my name is Jamie Doherty. These are the headlines from 1932. Gandhi begins a 6-day fast to protest separate elections for the untouchables. Adolf Hitler runs for president of Germany. Iraq granted independence from the British Empire. And Amelia Earhart became the first woman in history to fly solo coast to coast. Bonnie Parker and Clyde Barrow became public enemy number 1 in the US. A tragic killing of a deputy took place today as Clyde Barrow and Raymond Hamilton and Everett Milligan, known locally as the Barrow Gang, were caught drinking alcohol under prohibition at a country dance in Stringtown, Oklahoma. When Sheriff C.G. Maxwell and his deputy, Eugene C. Moore, approached them in the parking lot, a dispute ensued and Barrow open-fired, killing the deputy. In other news, Bonnie Parker was captured in a failed robbery attempt in Kaufman, Texas, and was subsequently jailed. She will remain there until she is to hear from Cuthman. Grand jury will keep you informed in the future if any information occurs. Amelia Earhart became the first woman in history to fly solo coast to coast from Los Angeles to California to Newark, New Jersey in a record 19 hours 5 minutes. Flying a Lockheed Vega, Amelia Earhart is a pioneer for all young women, showing anything is possible with hard work. Iraq was granted official independence today in accordance with an agreement signed by the United Kingdom in 1930, whereby the United Kingdom would end its official mandate on the condition that Iraq government would allow British advisors to take part in the government affairs, allow British military bases to remain, and requirement that Iraq assists in the United Kingdom in wartime. This makes Iraq the first mandate created under the Treaty of Versailles to be granted independence. To get us into the festival spirit, we have our correspondent Tarik Hussain reporting live from the North Pole. What can you tell us, Tarik?
Santa Claus has just left the North Pole a few hours ago to travel the world and deliver millions of gifts to all the patient children, bringing joy and cheer into every household. The elves have had a hard year's work and now they can see the fruits of their labours. Ooh, it's chilly here in the North Pole. I can see a lovely family of polar bears enjoying their gifts already, having woken up from hibernation. For this wonderful, magical day, Santa will be wearing a brand new red suit fashioned by Coca-Cola's Clothing Line. This will be the first Christmas in 500 years that he'll be wearing a different coloured suit. Just hope he doesn't get mistook for someone else. I can see the Christmas spirit here in the North Pole with the penguins enjoying their lovely fishy dinner in their cosy igloos. That's all from me. Merry Christmas to all and have a happy new year.
In the forthcoming presidential elections, the result on the elections of the 13th of March gave Hindenburg 49.6% of the vote and Hitler 30.1%. As Hindenburg failed to win a majority, a second election was called. The result of a second election gave Hindenburg 53% and Hitler 36.8%. Thus, Hindenburg was re-elected to office and Hitler forced to wait for another opportunity to win power. A new twist to the civil disobedience movement, the British have now agreed with Ambedkar and announced the awarding of separate elections. This came in when Gandhi, who was in Yavada Central Jail of Pune, went on a fast to protest against the segregation of the so-called untouchables. In the electoral agreement planned for the new Indian constitution, uncharitable critics described the fast as a form of coercion, political blackmail. Gandhi was aware that his fast did exercise a moral pressure, but the pressure was not directed against those who disagree with him, but against those who loved him and believed in him. Gandhi did not expect his critics to react in the same way as his friends and co-workers, but if his self-crucifixion could demonstrate his sincerity to them, the battle would be more than half won. I've been Jamie Doherty reporting from 1932. Thank you and goodbye.
So now you have the latest from 1932 and you've caught up from the latest from the world and the world. This kind of news is not available on any other show. Thank your lucky stars that you're watching us. Santa will be having a change of outfits from green to red. We'll be talking about that in more depth as when he gets here. Now a clip from our sponsors. We meet again with a ho ho ho. That man of the day could be here any minute now. Any minute now, he could be here any minute now. Any minute now.
Ho, ho, ho! And a happy 1932 to all! Ho, 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 man, step Santa. Hello. You look very fine down there. Yes. Good, fine young man, fine young man.
Look who has arrived!
Straight line down, man, going round the back here.
Look at that!
Going round the back here, that's Christmas.
He's just arrived
the
taking...
Christmas tree. Hello!
Hello,
Merry
Santa!
to you all.
Hello, Santa!
Hello, come
Hello.
and know me better, man. Know me better. Oh, what a fine jumper. Wish I
Thank
had an
you.
outfit like yours.
Yes.
Instead of something I've dragged out of the skip, of course.
Yeah. Have a seat, Santa.
Oh, yes,
Sit yourself
yes,
down.
yes,
You must
see.
be tired.
Bin bag. That's
Bin
what it's
bag.
come to. That's what it's come to.
Hard times for everyone. It is
Not
the time.
for you, apparently.
Well, yes.
Sat there in your flipping Marks and Spencer's flaming top. And what have I got on my chest? Stockport College, established in 18 something something.
Yes.
What a piece of crap, don't you think? Yes.
Well, welcome, Santa.
Where are we?
We all think you look fabulous. That's not a
what
word.
I should be wearing.
Fabulous. That is, yes.
That's what it should be. Daniel, sir. Never mind.
Well, anyway, Santa,
Yes.
welcome to Time Tunnel TV.
Yes, I do apologise. It was a rather grumpy evening.
I can understand
It
you.
was a tough night
It
in
must be
preparation.
getting very hectic there in the North Pole.
It is. It is.
Is there only how many sleeps left now till Christmas?
Oh, I've no idea. You tell me.
8
sir.
sleeps?
I'm
7
just
sleeps? Or
Under
7
stress.
sleeps?
Too many schemes of work to complete. Too many lesson plans and ready for the big night.
Well, we really appreciate you taking some time out of your busy schedule
You're
to come and
welcome.
join us today.
You're welcome, sir. You are very welcome indeed. See, the star of good cheer. See,
Absolutely.
sparklet and nothing comes off it like it was supposed to. You see, everything comes from China, doesn't it? Piece of crap. Piece of crap.
But
Yeah.
surely, well, not the stuff that you do in the North Pole still. You and your elves must be working very hard at this time of year to produce some top
it's
quality
difficult to
toys.
say because budgets and such like. A lot of our stuff has to be imported from China too.
Oh, really?
Yes, yes. The elves, you see, you have to pay them these days.
Oh, well, right.
And they
Well,
want
how much does an elf
union
charge?
rates. Union rates, it's the same up there as it is anywhere else, I'm afraid. I just panic attack about this every time I think about it. They want more money every year.
Oh, dear.
Yes. We've had to eat a few of the reindeers. It's been a tough
Which
winter.
ones?
Not the one. Not the
Oh,
one.
not the
one,
ones.
no.
No,
the
no.
one, no. Actually, we just changed the nose on each one. We eat one and then put the big nose on the next one.
So it's a
Don't tell the children, folks. Don't tell the children. It would spoil their Christmas, wouldn't it? Little bastards. Carry on.
So, Santa,
Yeah.
thank you for coming on.
You're welcome.
We have a lot of questions in store for you because there's
Yes.
a lot of people that want to know a lot more about you.
Oh, yes, indeed. Carry on. Carry
Okay.
on. Yes.
Well, while you're delving into your
my bin bag.
your bin bag, yes.
The bin bag. Yes. Put
oh,
this on, young man. It'll
I
make
will.
you look
Thank you.
about as bad as I do.
Okay.
Yes.
Well,
that's
maybe
good.
maybe I could put it on the chair.
Oh, that's been stored
whilst
whilst
we
in the
were
stable for a
decorating the
while,
studio,
Yes.
where did it all begin, Santa?
Where did what begin, sir?
Well, where
the
did
drinking.
Santa? Where
The drinking. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Yes, I couldn't help it.
Well, it must be very hard
it's
going
a
down all
stressful job
those,
and the
all those
drinking
chimneys
began
every year and
yes,
people
19
leaving out brandy for you and so such.
Yes, 1832 the drinking began. Oh, thank God for that.
So where did Santa begin? Where did Father Christmas come from? Pierre Noel and all the other thousands of names you have around the world.
That's
Where
very
did it
good
all
of them.
start?
Well, look like Gary Glitch. I shouldn't say that either, should I? Well, it was all in Turkey, but you wouldn't know it from my accent, would you? I began in Turkey, very poor beginnings, not in a stable, but above a chip shop, actually, in Turkey.
Really?
Yes, for a chip and chippy type in Turkey type of chippy chops. Yes, that's how you say it in Turkish. Turkey type of chippy chops. And we were very poor. We only had to open for an hour each evening, but we had yes. And I was thinking to myself, there are a lot of poor people out there, and we have lots of chips. So I thought I'll distribute the chips one night. So I took them out on the street to the poor people of my town and gave them to the children.
That was very kind of you.
It was very kind.
And that's where it all started, the idea of gift giving. Was it at the winter solstice period?
Yes, it was. It's very cold in Turkey at that time of year.
Yeah.
Yes, very cold. And so I thought I'd warm them up with the chips, and they seemed to go down rather well. Unfortunately, it took off rather bigger than I thought.
Yes.
And now I have to give presents to every damn child in the whole of the world.
And obviously you couldn't continue giving chips because they'd be cold by the time you got to the ones on the other end.
Chips didn't go down very well for very long. No.
Yes.
Then they wanted toys and wooden things, and then I had to start making them, and then it became a full-time occupation, and that's when the drinking started.
I see.
And it just snowballed. Forgive the pun. Terrible, isn't it, really? But snowballed, and then we got worse and worse. But then, of course, the Americans got involved.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, what's it like being a commercial Santa?
Oh, I don't do any commercials. No, no. I never do anything like that. What do you fancy a drink, young man, of this fine, bubbly concoction? Yes?
I'm all right. I
Are
have
you
a drink
sure?
of my own. Yes,
I
absolutely.
don't drink it myself. Oh, sorry. I'm not supposed to say that, am I? No.
Well, I tell you what, Santa, whilst you're pouring yourself a drink,
Yes.
we'll go to a quick break and we'll come back and we'll carry on with this conversation and try and learn a bit more about yourself.
Oh, well, you sure you won't have a drink? I don't like drinking alone.
Well, yeah, well, why don't you
thank
pour,
you.
pour me one while
Thank you.
I go to camera?
Thank you, sir.
What a kind-hearted gentleman he is.
Indeed.
The ultimate hero of every child and chip lover everywhere. He lets us know that no matter what happens,
Chip mother.
Santa will give you a
Oh, yeah.
gift if you're nice.
Fine line.
Let's learn about Santa Claus, asking questions like, where is he from, which we've somewhat answered, and what was he like when he was younger? So let's delve in and learn some more.
Too far back to remember, young man.
Of St. Nicholas started in Myra, Lycia, part of modern-day Dermy. Nicholas was born on the 15th of March 270 AD and died on the 6th of December 343 AD, aged 73. He was born a Greek when at the time the region was Greek in its heritage. He was the only son of two wealthy Christian parents named Ethiopius and Joanna, according to some accounts, and to others, Theopanus and Nona. From an early age, and according to legend, rigorously observed the canonical fasts of Wednesdays and Fridays. His wealthy parents died in epidemic while Nicholas was still young, and he was raised by his uncle, also named Nicholas, who was the Bishop of Sparta, and this ultimately led to St. Nicholas becoming the Bishop of Myra. Santa giving gifts. A poor man had 3 daughters. In them days, the father of the daughter would have to offer something of worth to the perceived husband, a dowry, in order to get married, but could not afford a proper dowry. This meant they would remain unmarried and probably be sold into slavery. Nicholas decided to help them, but being too modest to help the family in public to save them from the humiliation of accepting charity, he went to the house under the cover of night and threw 3 bags, one for each night, filled with golden coins, through the opening of the window into the house. One version has him throwing one purse for 3 consecutive nights. Another has him throwing the purse over a period of 3 years. One version has him throwing one purse for 3 consecutive nights. Another has him throwing the purse over a period of 3 years, each time the night before one of the daughters comes of age. And in another version, the 3rd time the father lies in wait trying to discover the identity of the benefactor. In one version, the father confronts Saint only to have St. Nicholas say it is not him he should thank, but God alone. In another version, Nicholas learns of the poor man's plan and drops the 3rd bag down the chimney instead. The daughter had been washing her stockings that evening and hung them over the embers to dry. The bag fell into the stockings. St. Nicholas is depicted as an elderly man with a short, full white, fluffy beard and a balding head. Santa Claus, also known as St. Nicholas, Father Christmas, or simply Santa, is a figure with legendary historical and folkloric origin, who in many Western cultures is said to bring gifts to the homes of the good children on the 24th of December, the night before Christmas Day. However, in some European countries, children receiving their gifts on St. Nicholas Day, 6th of December. Since the 20th century, an idea popularized by the song Santa Claus is Coming to Town, Santa Claus has been believed to make a list of children throughout the world, categorizing them to their behavior, naughty or nice, and to deliver gifts, including toys and candy, to all the well-behaved children in the world, and sometimes coal to the naughty children. On one single night of Christmas Eve, he accomplishes this feat with the aid of his elves, who make his toys in the workshops and fly his reindeer who pull his sleigh. He is commonly portrayed as living in the North Pole and saying ho 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 often. Santa suit. A Santa suit is a costume worn by a person portraying Santa Claus. The modern American version of this suit can be attributed to the work of Thomas Nash for Harper's Weekly magazine, although it is often incorrectly thought that Haddon Soblum designed the suit in his advertising work for Coca-Cola's company. Bloom's work did standardize the Western image of Santa and popularized the image of the red suit with a white fur trim. Prior to Nash's work, Santa's outfit was tan in color, and it was he that changed it to red, although he has also drawn Santa in a green suit. Santa Claus came from St. Nicholas, who came from Derma, Turkey. We eat turkeys on Christmas Day. Many of the traditions we do on Christmas Day is derived from St. Nick himself. Christmas has become a happy experience and has a quite relatively new meaning compared to Santa Claus. Now we can't wait for the jolly portly man in the red suit to slide down our chimneys and give us gifts once a year. You can see the little children's faces light up on receiving gifts. Santa Claus is truly a hero of every child in the modern world.
Well, I hope you have all learned something from that. It was a real eye-opener for me. Sorry, I can't get my words out. Who would have thought that Santa Claus was Turkish? Having a kind heart from the day that he was born. He was destined to be Father of Christmas. Truly a humble man with humble beginnings, and humble to this day. You must be getting tired of listening to me. Let's talk to the man himself. Santa? Father Christmas? I think he's been at too much eggnog. Father Christmas? Hello.
Good Lord.
Are you okay?
Where are they?
Welcome back.
Back in it. Oh.
You're back at Time Tunnel TV.
It's you.
Yes, me again.
Yes,
Thank you for joining us.
Oh, yes, yes. Thank you for the drink.
You're more than
It was
welcome.
Very good. Yes, very well.
First of all, one thing I've always wanted to know, where did the chimney thing start from?
The chimney. That was a big mistake. I should never have caught on. So, yeah, I was slimmer in those days.
Oh, I see.
Not slimmer, you can see. I look more like a kind of Homer Simpson Santa Claus now, don't I? Yes. You could say freely. Say freely.
No, what I was going to say is that they probably based Homer Simpson on you, not the other way around.
Oh, very tactful young man. Yes. Have you got children?
I do. I have two little children.
Well,
yes.
I'll be creeping into their room on Christmas Eve, and make sure you're not around, and I shall be bringing them presents. You know, on that point, and I think I should clarify that point.
I think that would be nice.
Well, it's getting very difficult these days. How can you possibly go around creeping into children's bedrooms, telling the children I'll be there, without the police arriving?
I don't think you're actually supposed to go in the bedrooms anymore. You're supposed to leave them in the tree, which
Oh,
usually
am I
tends
not?
to be in the living room.
I
yeah.
thought I had to put them in the pillowcases at the bottom of the bed.
I think that was back in the day before, yeah.
Oh, right. No wonder I've been having to fill in all those CRB checks all these times.
Exactly. Although
Yes.
I think they're called DBS nowadays, but that's besides the point.
So you don't want me to do that? Then I'll just
well,
come
I
down
would-
to your tree.
Yeah, that would be perfect.
Do you
Underneath
have
the
a
tree would be
chimney place?
wonderful.
A chimney place, then. Let's go back to...
Chimney place, sadly, I do not have a proper chimney place, no.
Well, how the hell am I going to get into your house?
Well, that was going to be my next question. What do you do on homes that don't have chimneys anymore, which is
We have to use the
more
magic.
common and more occurrence?
We have
So
to
you
use
do
the
have magic.
Yes, for all those children who are watching, you have to use the old Santa magic. Yes.
How does it work?
Oh, it wouldn't
Could
be
you-
magic if I told you, would it?
I suppose not.
Lord, man. Good grief. You're trying, like one of these people who try to expose magicians on telly.
Very true. I apologise, Santa. I didn't mean to offend. I was
Actually,
just
I picked
curious.
the lock. Yes, well, that's probably the best way, to be honest.
Yes, well,
I
lock
picked the
picking
lock,
skills
and I'm
are
very good
a
at picking
talent.
locks, you see. Yeah.
But I think we should go to a bit more Christmassy with our theme. So, what does Santa Claus get for Christmas?
What do I get? I get nothing, not all. Nobody's
Really?
ever bought me a bloody present, ever.
Not even Mrs. Claus and the elves?
No, she left me a long time ago. I mean, who would want to be with this? I used to be quite smart. I used to be quite thin and smart. But who the hell would want to be in bed with me?
Oh,
Good
well,
grief. No, she left me a long time ago. Long time ago.
I'm very sorry to hear
Yes,
that, Santa.
sad. Very sad. You don't know about this side of me.
Well, if you just stick around for a few more years, there'll be something called internet dating happening, and I'm sure you'll be able to find somebody there.
Internet dating. What
Yes.
on earth is that?
Well, it's basically an opportunity for people like yourself who are looking for love to find themselves a like-minded partner.
And Mrs. Claus?
Well, a second Mrs. Claus, I suppose, yes.
Really? Could you arrange that for me?
Well, if you hang around for another 80 years, absolutely.
What? You can buy a woman and a lady on what?
Not so much purchase as more as a meeting of minds.
Oh, right. No money involved then.
Well, only the traditional taking out and dining and whining.
Presents. I'm good at presents.
You are very good at
Ah, well
presents.
then now we're talking my thing. So I may be able to find somebody.
There's somebody for everyone in this world,
lovely.
Santa.
How lovely. Anyway, let's fill this place with Christmas cheer.
I think we could do with a bit of Christmas cheer in this place.
Cheer. Let's play
it's
some
definitely
music
feeling a
from-
bit somber.
This is my choir. So if we press
If
their
we,
little feet,
can I go for the snowman?
we can only hope that somebody is going to
there-
sing for us.
The bleeping.
Yes, they're bleeping, but they...
Oh.
At last he's woken up. Come, sing.
Shall we see if we can...
Jingle bells. Look. Jingle bells. See. I hope you're getting a good shot of this on your machines.
I'll see if we can...
That bloody reindeer is asleep again. There's nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
No
And
good
you-
reindeer. He's trying.
Penguin.
I think
There
he's
we
just
go.
a bit hungover.
There we go.
Right.
Well,
Well,
technology,
it's wonderful, isn't it?
isn't it?
For-
Yeah.
That's very special for 1932, Santa. I'm very impressed.
Well, I have to
Is this
say,
coming on the market soon?
no, I have been on another show that had another time tunnel. And,
Oh, right.
and I purchased these at my last visit. Yes, I have to admit to that. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, Santa, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Oh,
And
is it time to go?
It is. We are sadly at that time when we must leave you for now and let you get back to your busy job of bringing joy and cheer to the entire world.
Must I?
Well, why don't you hang around for a bit more of a drink, and then we'll have a bit of a song.
I will. Cheers, young man.
Cheers and Merry
Cheers to
Christmas.
you. Merry Christmas to you all. May you have
Okay.
a wonderful year
Well,
in
I'd just like to thank
1933.
Santa for being joining us today. I've been your host, Alex Kelly. I am very sad to say that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for joining us, and of course, thanks to our wonderful guest, Santa.
Good cheer to
Father
you
Christmas,
all.
thank you so much. He doesn't come on many talk shows, what with his busy schedule.
Schedule.
But we are grateful here that he was with us today. To end the show, we have Toby again with his performance of Wonderful Tonight. And from me and everyone in the studio, have a very Merry Christmas. Good night.
Happy Christmas.
It's late in the evening. She's wondering what clothes to wear. She puts on her makeup and brushes her long blonde